Alright, 1, 2, 3. So, this is my view from what I call commode rock. I'll get up here and try to show you here. Right here's the trail. But if you, right here off the trail, there's this rock. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's kind of shaped like a toilet or a commode. So I call it commode rock. It's just the right height to sit on. It's like, I don't know, man. I think it looks like a commode. It's got a little backrest. I usually take my first major break there. And it's right by this overlook over here, about down by the river. I'll take you down here. Yeah, I woke up this morning to a text, said nothing today. And I got up, went to the bathroom, and then he calls me and says, they're going to work today. Even though it rained cats and dogs last night, it's all muddy. He said, they're going to work. Just show up at 8 o'clock. I'm like, all right. So I got up there, got the truck ready, and I went and I did one round. And like, oh, we got to sign you out. It's too wet. Well, it's like, shoot, you ain't got to be a rocket scientist to figure that out. You know? And there's people's garbage. Garbage everywhere. There it is. There's the Tennessee River. It's pretty high. It's pretty neat. These are it's called Lewis Bluffs. These little rock outcrops, they go all up and down here for a little ways, maybe, I don't know, a quarter mile maybe. Let's see if we get you down here. I'm not a very good photographer. I got a homemade selfie stick. Yeah, it's pretty high. There you go. Right on the edge. I've heard it said that if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. I don't know. I guess I believed that when I was younger. Not so sure now. I don't really know what to make a video about today. Kind of in a melancholy mood. Oh. Driving into the river today, I met a Morgan County sheriff. He's like sitting there blocking the road, and he seen me coming. He took off and got around me. I waved at him. I don't normally wave at cops, but I was just trying to be polite. Morgan County, Alabama, there ain't a whole lot of crime. And Sheriff's Department, they pretty much got to go around and make crime. You know, it just amazes me. They know where all the drug dealers are. They know who they are. They know what they're dealing. But, you know, they just let them slide. They just let them go. I thought we'd had a war on drugs. I don't know. Maybe we don't. It's pretty out here though. Got all these rocks, moss. I don't know what to make a video about. Could talk about the economy. You ask creepy Uncle Joe, the child sniffer. He'd tell you, hey man, economy's rosy. We're doing great. It's the best it's ever been, really. And I found out the other day, watching this dude on YouTube, and he's like, you know, this country, America here, the people are approaching $1.2 trillion in credit card debt. Which I've heard that in other places. You know, we're around $1 trillion in credit card debt. I don't think that's a positive thing. But old creepy Uncle Joe, the child sniffer, he thinks it is, because that's how he can say that the economy's rosy and the GDP's up and everything, because people are going out and buying things on their credit cards. Crazy. Remember old Gerald Celente, he used to say the fish rots from the head down. Well, I guess that's true, because according to that guy I was watching, he's like U.S. credit card debt is actually catching up pace with national debt. That's how fast it's accumulating. I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to end well. They're going to have to crash it. They have to crash it. There's no way all this money could ever be paid back by anybody. You know, national debt's what, like 35 trillion? You know, that's not even counting unfunded liabilities. You know, Social Security's broke. It's been broke for a while. It seems like every 5 months or 4 months or so, they got to come up and say, hey, we got to have a meeting about the government here. We're getting ready to shut it down. If we don't do something, we're going to shut it down. So they just raise their debt ceiling. I guess that's what the American people are doing. They're just raising their debt ceiling. You know, the thing is, though, people are buying their groceries with credit cards and paying their bills with credit cards or utilities. I don't know, man. It can't end well. I don't think. What do I know? Went to the Dollar General the other day, end of last week, and just wanted to get a bag of charcoal because we was gonna grill some hamburgers. And it's I go in, I wasn't paying attention, and I go get my charcoal, go stand in line. There's 8 people in front of me in line. So I stood there, and guy in front of me, he looked at me, he says, hey, you gonna grill something good tonight? I'm like, yeah, we're gonna grill some hamburgers. So my buddy gave me some pecan wood, and it just gives them a really good flavor, man. You ought to try it. Yeah, it does too, man. It's wonderful. And so we're standing there, and I look over, and I noticed everybody's going to the self-checkout line. There's a girl behind there, but everybody's going to the self-checkout line, which I never use. And I look over at the regular counter, cash register, and there's a cover over the card thing. It says out of order. And like I said, oh, that must be a problem. They're having problems with that. And the lady behind me, she goes, no, I think they're out of cash. Here there's signs plastered all over the doors that says cards only, no cash. I'm like, holy moly. I'm like, well, I guess that counts me out because I only deal in cash. I don't have a bank account, man. And so the guy in front of me, he's like, you know what? I'll get your charcoal for you because you've been standing here for a while. He says, let me do something nice for a change. That's what he said. He's like, let me do something nice today. I'm like, man, you don't have to do that. I said, I'll pay you for it. I got cash. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. We got up there, and my charcoal came to $12. It was a 16 pound bag. Man, charcoal went up. And I look at my wallet, and all I had was a 20 and a couple of ones. I'm like, dude, all I got is a 20. He's like, please don't worry about it. So I just said, well, thank you. I don't, evidently it blessed him to do that for me. Certainly blessed me. So I thanked him and went on my way. There's some cool people in the world still. But the thing is, we were standing there as we was approaching the checkout counter, and he's like, they're going to take the cash away. He knows this. They're going to take the cash away. I'm like, yep, that's your goal. He said they could just shut your money off then. He's telling me this. I'm like, yep, that's what it's about. And I said it loud enough, man, so everybody could hear. I said, if you don't have cash, you ain't got no freedom. They take your cash, they take your freedom. Because that's what's going to happen. That's why they want to take your cash. That way, if they don't like something you do or say, or the way you act, or the way you comb your hair, or whatever, they could just say, hey, we're shutting your card off. Look what they did up in Canada during the convoy. They shut them people's bank accounts down, man. That's why I don't keep money in the bank no more. I used to have the credit cards. I used to have the debit card. You know, and it's all convenient, I guess. To me, it's just more convenient just to carry some cash on me. You know, give them cash, get my change, and go home. I don't have to fool with a freaking checkbook. You know, deduct this, deduct that, or whatever. And I got to worry about a monthly bill coming in that's charging me 24% interest. If I can't afford it, I just don't get it. And you know, that's how people used to live. People literally live that way. They're like, well, you know, we don't have the money to get that shiny object, so we're just not going to get it. If it's something they wanted bad enough or needed bad enough, they'd save up the money to get it. What happened to them days? You know, we live in this freaking materialistic world where everybody's got to have shinier shit than the Joneses. You know, my shit's shiny than yours. You know, it's all based on usury and debt. God don't like usury, man. It's all through the Bible. He don't like usury. Pretty sure that's why Jesus got mad and threw them all out of the temple. Excuse me. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I'm just walking around. There's the cabin. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's all grown up. Thing is, you know, the guy knows what's going on. The guy that was in line in front of me, he knows what's going on, you know. And yet he's still using that card. You know, you gotta love old Catherine Austin Fitz. She's got this thing. I know she used to. She had this campaign going, Cash Only Fridays. Well, I'm like, hell, Karen, hell, Catherine, I use cash every day. I'm doing my part. Check out this, man. This spider web. There's a spider in the middle of it. There you go. There he is. You just barely see him. He just blends right in. I love spiders. You ever watch a spider make a web? It's fascinating. That's where we are. We're in the web, man. You get to the middle of the web, there sits Satan. We live in a web of lies. And you start going toward the middle of them, right there sits Satan. He's the father of lies. I don't think the spider is Satan. It's a little analogy. I think spiders are cool. It says spiders live in king's castles. That's what the Bible said. Oh well. I don't mean to be, all down or nothing. Just doing a little walk and talk. Try and be like them big time YouTube channels. All right. Bye.